Tracks around me like the city that I'm from, black. Yo, acting nimble, acting quick, and I'm back to kick that old classic shit. Ain't no asterisk, I done mastered this. This disaster is if y'all have to flow after this. I just wanted to warm up the mic a little something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so just nod your head to the beat. Come on and just nod your head to the beat. You know you gotta nod your head to the beat. Come on and just nod your head to the beat one time. Half man, half animal rap. I've shape-shifted. Can you adapt with your jaw between my thumb and index finger? Now I'm making that mandible crack. You ain't shit but a cannibal snack to Hannibal, so tell your man to relax. I will kill every jam I attack like Viacom did to the channel for blacks. Always bet on act. I'm in the hallways. A-dogs, red on black. I'm ill but got smarts. Most fell on black. So if you ain't with the real shit, get on back. This collab was premeditated. Massachusetts, medicated. And I won't blink a blank promise. I go back and bring a big hurt like Frank Thomas. Yo, alright, so that's just to show y'all the rap. I just want to show y'all the rap a little bit. Yeah, you guys alright? Everybody's feeling kind of tight. You loosen up, loosen up. Should I stand up? Like, what do I need to do to loosen up? Loosen you guys up. Alright, so I'm a lyricist. I write songs about, you know, whatever comes to mind, whatever might be going on in the world. I want to hear from you guys. Who do you guys listen to? Let's hear it. What are some of your favorite hip hop artists? I'm just interested.
Tribe Called Quest.
A Tribe Called Quest. Their last album came out before most of you were born, I think. But that's impressive to me, because there's nothing more impressive to me than a young person who realizes that the things that came before them also matter. That's very important.
But like also Drake. Like,
but also Drake.
Like, you know.
And that's the beauty of it, man. It's all music. You know what I'm saying? It's all hip hop. So there's no reason that because you like Drake, you can't like A Tribe Called Quest. You know? It's just like, do you eat the same thing for dinner every single day? No. No one does that. That would be... You disagree? With what part of it? Eating dinner?
Yeah.
I eat pizza every night. My son did.
That's horrible.
That's fair enough, because you know what? Some stuff is so good you can listen to it every day. You know what I mean? But you might still add some other things in there, right? Maybe some fries or something. Ketchup. Yeah. All right. Good enough. I mean, I got no problem with pizza myself. I'm just saying that you might not want to eat it every day.
Just fast in the morning, though.
Eat cold in the morning. Okay. You know what? That is a good segue into something else I want to talk about. So, like 4 years ago, I'm chilling in my house and my aorta exploded. You guys know what an aorta is?
Yeah.
Mine exploded out of nowhere. I was just home chilling, and that's what happened. And I wrote a song about that, so I'm just gonna do that now. And then. So this is real life. When you think real hip hop, real lyrics, it's about real life. So check it out. Yo, I'm in my crib feeling blessed. Early afternoon session, my homies just left. All of a sudden started feeling mad stress, like an elephant was standing on my motherfucking chest. All of a sudden started to begin to convulse, agitated by accelerated rates of my pulse. I called up my lady like, I think I'm done, hun. She said, get off the phone with me and call 911. I tried, cause shit was really fading in a hurry. At this point, the numbers on my phone was all blurry and shit. But by the grace of God, I managed to dial and told them, please send somebody to my crib right now. I knew that that's the only way that I would stand a chance. I'm a rider, but now I'll be riding in an ambulance. They found me face down on the pavement, probably thinking about my tombstone engravement. Vague memories of begging for assistance. They said they couldn't help me, but we're just a short distance from the hospital. Mass General, class medical facility, incredible professional abilities. Next thing I remember is my mom's voice. Ain't she in VA? And holding my hands, my Aunt Joyce, what's going on? How long have I been strapped to this table? I want to speak, but the ventilator makes me unable. I'm hoping that it's just a nightmare, but every time I open my eyes, I'm right there. Tools and machines everywhere, guess they're helping me survive. Well, at least for now, I'm alive. So, once again, this is a true story. 2011, you know what I'm saying? I was just in my crib. Craziness. But yo, A so-called heart attack got your brother acting ICU. It almost murdered me. It's time for emergency surgery. In and out of consciousness, doping me up. Not knowing they about to straight open me up. They couldn't hesitate. They had to saw through my chest plate. It's sort of wild, but they fixed my aortic valve. Artificial parts and wires will take months to heal. But it's for real when they say that I'm the man of steel. Friday the 13th, the day I won't be hating soon. Cause friends and family were bonded in the waiting room. Word spread quicker than a strong aroma. Rumors on the internet that your boy was in a coma, yo. Shit was serious, of course I was oblivious. Damn near frozen, but not decomposing. Best friend in my ear saying I'm the chosen one. The resurrection, far from the dead direction. Cousin hugging my arm for what felt like days. From all of the love I was amazed. Then the docs finally let me know that I would survive. I can't believe I'm alive. True story, true story. Yo, 1, 2. See, normally my DJ would be here going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Yo, trust me, y'all, this shit does not tickle. Tubes buried in my belly, steady eating popsicles. I beat and captured it. Thought that I was massacred. Thank you, God, I'm not the one they had to buy the casket for. But even now, while I'm dropping this rhyme, I'm recognizing if it's not your time, it's not your time. My point is reaching to my greatest depths and hugging up my people when I took my first steps, yo. My head cleared when I stopped taking Vicodin. Now all I think about is getting on this mic again. And to each and every one who said a prayer for me, shed a tear for me, and maybe put one in the air for me, all I can say is thanks for giving me strength, because I truly believe you increased my life's length. All I had to do was show some dedication. Now all I gotta do is take a little medication. You all helped me avoid disaster and to come back better, stronger, and faster. Now it's my mission to prove that I'm deserving, because thanks to God, y'all, and the brilliant surgeons, I'm alive. Yeah. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm not a DJ, I'm an MC. But I'm calling that out. Going up. So, you know, I'm just a songwriter and someone who just takes the craft seriously. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this to be famous. I don't do it to, you know, I don't know, get a lot of women or whatever. Like, whatever reasons you think people rap for, reevaluate them. Because why do you do anything? I know a lot of rappers. I know a lot of people who rap because they really just don't want to work. They don't want to have to get a real job. It sounds like easy money. So you mean I just go into the studio, spit my verse on this beat, and it's going to come out, and I'm going to have millions of dollars and a nice car and a big house? No. You have a better chance throwing a golf ball into the Atlantic Ocean, jumping off a 50-foot high diving board, and then finding the golf ball. Because that's not how it works. Anything that you're going to succeed in requires work. You're not all going to be rappers, you don't all want to be rappers, but whatever it is you want to be, no matter how much fun it is to do that, it still requires a lot of work. There's a rapper named KRS-One. He's my favorite of all time. KRS-One is my favorite. You go back and check out some KRS-One music, you'll probably enjoy it because he's just from another time. But you gotta go check him out. He's one of the people who explained in a lecture that I heard that, you take any famous person, name a famous person. Anyone.
Johnny Cash.
Who?
Johnny Cash.
Thank you.
Johnny Cash. Fine. Johnny Cash probably has written an autobiography at this point because his career was illustrious. I would just say Johnny Cash or any other famous person, if you read that autobiography, it's going to say a bunch of stuff that you would not want to have to go through in order to be famous. Anybody. Read Gwyneth Paltrow's autobiography. Read The Rock's autobiography. Read Brad Pitt's autobiography. They're all going to have something in there that's going to tell you, I don't want to have to go through that if it means being famous. If somebody said to you, I'll make you famous tomorrow and a millionaire, all you got to do is let me chop off your left arm. Is your left arm worth that to you?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I'm right-handed.
It don't matter.
He said it.
It don't matter. You need both your thumbs.
It
You might think you
depends.
don't, but you do. You need both your thumbs. Okay?
I like playing video games.
It depends if the
Exactly.
paycheck is
I'm
steady.
thinking about basic stuff. You need both your thumbs. Don't give up your arm for nothing. You're gonna have all that money and then you're not gonna even be able to do anything. Because if you had $1 million, what would you do? I'd buy every Xbox One game. Well, now you can't play it. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. You have to. There's a saying that goes like, don't cut your nose to spite your face or something like that. You know what I mean? Take what you get. Everyone in this room has more than 99% of the people on Earth. So whatever anybody in this room, including myself, ever complains about, we're bitching. Because we all have more than 99% of the people on the planet Earth. All of us. So if you can look in the mirror and say, oh, my bedroom's too small, be ashamed of yourself for that. Because it's like, we all have more than everyone else in the world. So we can't be jerks about that. You know what I'm saying? And so when we create art, we have to make art that we share with everyone else and let them know that we understand that we're not jerks. Because there's a global community out here. It's not just Amherst. It's not just Massachusetts. And it's definitely not just America. It's the world. We're all citizens of the world. And we need to know what's going on in that world, and we need to interact with other people in that world. So when you think internet, that's what you should be thinking. This is a direct portal. I could hit up a student in Denmark right now and be like, hey, what's life like in Denmark? You don't even need anyone to teach it to you, other than the Danish kid. You can just hit him up and ask him, and he'll tell you. He'll send you a bunch of pictures, he'll tell you where to go, and then one day you'll go to Denmark and you'll meet that person and hang out with their friends and do stuff with them and be like, whoa, how come you guys don't have 100,000 guns in your neighborhood like they do in my cousin's neighborhood? Oh, because our government doesn't dump guns onto the street so that poor kids shoot each other. Oh, so why is all the music about poor kids shooting each other in America, man? Oh, well, that's just life. That's the way it is. Doesn't have to be that way. Doesn't have to be that way. So, when you're making music, you can either talk about what is, what was, or what could be, right? I like to think about what could be. You know, I like to think about my knowledge of what was helping me talk about what could be to people. Because that's the most important thing. We're all here right now. We all know what it is right now. But if you got this same group of people that are in here right now, and we all sat here 10 years from now, that might sound like a long time, but it's not. 10 years ago, this guy was my roommate, and we were talking about what we'd be doing 10 years from now, and we both wanted to be educators who use music to educate younger people. Here we are, brother. 10 years from now, what are you guys going to be doing? It'll come quick. You don't want that time to come, and then you're there, and you're like, so what do I do now? You want to already have figured that out and been on a path to it, all right? So I'm just going to rap a little bit more. I don't know, like, I need some input from you guys, because I could babble up here all day, but it's like, y'all want to hear some jams, or y'all want to talk some more?
Jams.
I like y'all.
Either or.
All right, either or. We'll keep it going then. I'm just gonna do my thing. Yo, Pete, we can get our Angus on, and I'll pillage your whole village like Genghis Khan. Just soon as I know this thing is on, and through the monitor, I'm heating shit up, check the thermometer. Dorchester to Dublin, even Finland sees bubbling mercury. Nobody told them that they was fucking with Hercules. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, delivering the pain you're not wanting. My voice, it ain't a brain, it's not haunting. All up in your nightmares, power naps, daydreams. Pretty fools like Barack is from the 18. Crazy as it may seem, acting staying full steam ahead. Thoroughbred, thick dread, fight addict. The flow is type-matic, Autobot type structure. I make the track fire when it's hot like sofa. Anyone who think these rappers lack testosterone, show your hands and recognize each other, cause you're not alone. Black man living in the White House, Obama's home. Is it paradise or the slaughter zone? Monochromatic, acrobatic, is colorblind. I only really care what's on my brother's mind and how we make each other shine. This that boom bap, real hood cats bang. Peace to terminology and good dad gang. This is some more of that old good act slang. Respect me for that and let me do my thing. And yo, 1, 2, alright. We'll move this stool for this one. the applause, but it's not necessary, man. It's like, I'm just trying to share with y'all. We know what it is. Everybody can take what they get from it. This song is called Remind My Soul. It won me the International Songwriting Competition in 2003. I'm proud of that. But yo, it's getting wild out here. It makes me wonder how a black man could ever raise a child out here. You know we all crumb snatchers in this land of big cake. So why we killing for the crumbs when there's so much at stake? We no longer supposed to be slaves. I bet Harriet Tubman would be turning in her grave like Remind My Soul of the time we were great before the self-hate. Yo, my elders all feel the same. It's no bravery. We supposed to fight for freedom, not just the end of slavery. Are we too selfish to even bless the kids with jewels so our youth don't get played out for fools? Or will they get programmed how to behave? Malcolm X must be turning in his grave like Remind My Soul and bring it back, y'all, to the time we were great before the self-hate. The time we were great before the self-hate. The time we were great. How are you? Nice to see you. The time we were great before the self-hate. The time we were great. Wait, we still great, but let me take a sip of this water real quick. I'll get in trouble if I spill that. I know. Yeah. I met up with this dread, said peace, respect. He said respect, man, I ain't seen that around here yet. Black man kill himself for limited amount of wealth, and I'm disrespecting women, so I'm disrespecting himself. I agree with what the dread had to get off his chest. Bob Marley would be disturbed from his rest, like Remind My Soul of the time we were great before the self-hate. I can't work a dead end 9 to 5 for what? To be another victim of social security cuts? Yo, I gotta cut myself from the chains and run free. Empower myself and be my own authority. People died so I don't have to be a runaway slave. Nat Turner must be turning in his grave like Remind My Soul. Yeah, of the time we were great before the self-hate. 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 The time we were great. Wait, we still great, but party people in the place to be. If you down with being free, then you down with me. I need support. We're taught to worship these rappers and athletes and actors. They think they're better, man, they'll walk right past us. It's what you do off camera and off the court that really makes you worthy of the people's support. But some brothers get those millions and forget how to behave. Arthur Ashe must be turning in his grave like Remind My Soul of the time we were great before the self-hate. We crabs in a barrel. You ain't getting out until I do first, and that's why the guns burst. Whatever happened to strength in numbers? Some of the greatest minds on the planet are among us, but so many start off struggling and never get saved. Man, Martin must be turning in his grave like Remind My Soul and bring it back, y'all, to the time we were great before the self-hate. Time we were great before the self-hate. Time we were great. Y'all get it? That's how it goes. So yeah, that's Remind My Soul. Once again, I have no idea what I'm doing over here. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. It's cool, man. It's like, I can't remember the last time I did a show where the audience was all sitting down, so I'm just approaching this like, you know, I'm in my living room, we're just kind of chilling, I'm just doing my thing, it's whatever, like, we're not tripping, so have a good time or whatever. I'm going to do another joint. Here we go. So my last album was called Built to Last. Oh, I see. I got to do this correctly. I think I got it now.
I think at this point it doesn't matter which program.
Yeah. Nah?
I think it was...
Alright. You hear that though? What's that? Why is it mentioned like that? I'm just gonna rap. You figure that part out. So check this. Yo, these rappers come and they go, but I've been here the whole time letting all of them know that this is longevity versus brevity. You'll never be ready to meddle with my pedigree. I'm not impressed by Mr. Fresh Guy, who's hot now. Next year he's working at Best Buy. This is acrobatic, brother. Why would you test I? You leave with your chest fried, even the best try. Unless I forget, pop rap is no threat. I'm a vet from the era of the purple cassette. And yo, no, I don't drive no fancy car, but where I've been, son, your whip will never get you that far. I'm known as an underground international star. They the answer to the trivia questions at the bar. You won't be around next year, but guarantee another acrobatic gem will reappear because yo, I'm built to last. I'm here to stay. I hold it down. Get out my fucking way. I'm built to last. Yeah, you here today, but you gone tomorrow. Get out my fucking way. So basically, this track is about like one-hit wonder rappers, right? Because we all love the guy with the big hit record. He's super hot, and then 6 months later, where is he? We replace him with another face. But not me. Little dudes handing their careers over like they lost bets. They ain't ready to pull in the years to be a boss bet. Immovable object, rock of Gibraltar. His greatness running by you like you blocking for Walter. Old faithful, verbal shot plus your whole grapefruit. If fact smells ain't true, then black hell breaks loose. Here's something new, the peep in black. This from 2092. G asks, this what you hear. Leaves a career of mad toys dead. I ain't going nowhere like Bad Boy said. Fresh since the 80s and the 90s, I was dope. Since 2000, I've been one of the most dependable to quote. Whether you know it or not, I've been blowing up spots, collecting victories. Rock with y'all New York City to Italy. I strangle the track and make the song squirm. Standing strong, firm, built to last for the long term. Singing, I'm built to last. I'm here to stay. I hold it down. Get out my way. I'm built to last. Yeah, you here today, but you gone tomorrow. Get out my. So I know you said you play video games. Anybody else in there? Because UFC, the UFC game, EA Sports UFC. This song is on the soundtrack. So when you create your fighter, make sure you come out to built to last. All right. I've returned from aortic dissection to move hip-hop into a forward direction. So you can clear the orbit of this morbid perception that hip-hop can forward border protection. Y'all forcing with this corporate affection that's leaving fans absorbing nothing more than your sexing and flexing. If you ain't the authentic, then order my next shit. Sit down with it. Learn a thing or two about the hectic, eclectic electricity. When I flex my ethnicity, it's no mystery. When I flex the set, vividly that history is being made. With every act verse you hear, sincere homage to pioneers is being paid. I make the jams that the fans want to rush for. Acrobatic is the one man Mount Rushmore. Reason laid the dope drum track for me to proceed with rap's greatest comeback story. Because yo, I'm built to last. I'm here to stay. I hold it down. Get up. Alright. We're good. We're in my living room. It's whatever. This is how I do it. This is how I do it in my living room. Thank you. Thank you. What up? So, I mean, I don't know. We got plenty of time left. I mean, I got plenty of songs. I could perform till 2 in the afternoon, but I know this is kind of important classroom business. Question?
Yeah, so how'd you get so, I could never do it, right? I could never get all that going. How long does it take you to write a song? How long, how do you start with it? You start with an idea, you go with it, is it years of hearing other things, so that, you get, it's like good at crossword puzzles.
Right. The creative process, basically. I mean, that's a great question. Thanks for asking that, because I might have skipped that. I usually start with the beat. If I hear a beat, I like it, and it'll inspire me to, be in a certain mood, right? So, like, I keep folders of, like, beats that my boys make, you know what I'm saying? And I'll have a beat, and I hear it, and if it sounds good, it'll put me in a mood. If it has like a little sample, like this sample saying louder. So I wanted to do something louder, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to figure out what it was. And I'm like, word of mouth. I don't have a bunch of money, to promote my stuff with. I need the people to do it. So y'all gotta tell people about me. Good looking. Because if you want your boy to get the good bookings, to hit the stage and start cooking from Beijing to Brooklyn, talk me up. And I'm gonna keep spazzing out until they lock me up inside the straight jacket like Hannibal Lecter. Till then, I'm the mic animal that drop lectures. On stage, I'm ambidextrous. Right, left, right, you're toothless. It's Big Act, the booth whiz. Y'all know who the truth is, and where the fountain of youth is. The pudding's where the proof is. And I be feeding y'all delectable desserts. Watch the most effective flow at work. I'll hit you like a threat with no alert. I got the people set to go berserk. For baby food, you best to go and search. It's not here. But if you want that grown microphone shit, that speaker blown shit, you know who you rolling with. And if they never heard my name before, say it. Word of mouth got so much power, y'all. And if they never heard my name before, say it. I'll make sure you look good when you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that one word louder. I heard that and it just kind of took me into a place, and then the beat was just so cool that it was easy for me to flow to. But sometimes something will happen, your aorta will explode. I hope that doesn't happen to anybody. But just write a song about it. It's art. So now that's just something that happened 4 years ago that I wrote a song about, and I got stronger because of it, and it made me feel better about myself. So, anytime I hear a beat, it just puts me in a mood. What do I feel like talking about? I might write down a bunch of words that rhyme, that sound cool together. Just try to create some relationships between words and then connect them together with phrases that are in the context of what I'm trying to talk about. You know what I mean? So that, I guess, like, once you've been doing that internally for so long, I don't know necessarily how easy it would be to teach my process to somebody, but it's efficient for me and my crazy brain. Like even right now, I'm working on like 3 projects at once, and they all kind of have different tones and moods to them, and I have to bounce back and forth and stuff like that. But it's fun. I like challenging myself. Yes.
I'm not used to rap. I like what you're doing.
Thank you.
I'm used to people singing notes and their voices.
Right.
What makes a rapper successful? Because I'm hearing you speak the words.
Yes.
Not necessarily singing.
That's right. Well, I think that rapping in general is an art form that derived from, reggae, like reggae DJs chanting, and, spoken word poetry. It's like a lot of things combined, even a little bit of singing too. Like, there are a lot of rappers who use their voices in a lot of exciting ways, you know what I mean? Have a lot of range to do different things. It's interesting to talk about success though, because what makes a rapper successful kind of depends on what we would consider success. You know what I mean? I think me, for example, my career would be really polarizing to some people, because some people need to see you in a Bentley or a Mercedes-Benz. They need to see you on television. They need to see you with an actress or a model next to you, and with a certain amount of jewelry and certain clothes on, to think that you're successful. Now, what makes that rapper successful is someone with money putting money into buying all that stuff to make the person look as good as possible. And then if they have some talent, that obviously helps. A good example is Drake. Here's a guy who started out as an actor on Nickelodeon. So he's not like some gritty rapper from the streets that like paid his dues, so to speak. But he's a guy who can rap and a guy who can sing. So someone with money, his parents basically, funded his project. His project was funded. So that's what makes a rapper successful. A project that is funded. I don't know of many people who, had nothing at all and then just came out of nowhere with $10 million off of a rap career. You know what I mean? There's some exceptions, but even those guys, a lot of them, didn't really take the straight and narrow path to get there in the first place. So really, for me, success is about accomplishing exactly what you set out to do. So, February 12th of this year, I was sitting on a beach on the south of France. And no, I wasn't getting $50,000 to be there. And there weren't people mobbing me in the street because they recognized me. So maybe I don't have the definition of success that the average American would consider success. But wouldn't you like to have been on the south of France on the beach February 1st? And I was getting paid a little. Yeah, I wasn't paying to be there. I didn't pay for the flight. When I did the show, it was sold out. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't on TV. I didn't take my money from the show and buy a necklace. So maybe some people might not think I'm successful. But for me, I'm doing exactly what I set out to do, so I feel successful. So what makes a rapper successful, what makes me successful, is just that I am a student of the craft. I pay attention to everybody that came before me, and almost too much, I try to do it in a way that they would be proud of. You know what I'm saying? Don't have to sound like them. Don't have to sound like I'm from that era. I just need to approach the art in an artistic way and with intensity. And I feel like if you do that, whatever it is that you do is probably going to come out pretty good, or at least as good as you can do it. And so that's where my success is coming from. And from just being sincere, the sincerity has helped me, because it's just like, I don't ever have to worry about anybody saying to me yo, Acrobatic, you said this on this record, and you're lying. This is how you really are. Nah. But 99% of the rappers that we all know of, you do that. Because almost all of them have said that they'll shoot you, right? How many have done that? I don't want them to start shooting people to prove themselves, but they're lying. You know, it's like, there's no secret world. There's no secret world in America where there are rappers that are famous, running around the streets and shooting people and going to clubs and shooting people and selling drugs out of trap houses in ghetto neighborhoods. As lies, lies, lies. If you listen to that and believe that it's truth, just remember me going, lies, 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 lies. It's not true. Even if you want it to be, it don't matter. Ha ha, it's not. Those guys are lying. They live in suburbs with their wives, their kids are your age. Would you listen to your dad say that shit? No. You'd be like, Dad, what are you doing? Those guys, their kids are like, Dad, what are you doing? And the dad's just like, shut up, because I'm bringing home the money that this record label is giving me. So again, we just get left with choices. What's worth it? Is it worth it? I think it's more worth it to just be able to be yourself and go out and walk the streets and no one cares to bother you or feel like you're a target because you're always like, yeah, everybody, screw y'all, come get me. I'm the man, I got money, look at all my hoes. That guy is not successful. That guy is a 30-year-old in a 12-year-old's brain. So be careful who you follow, is all I'm saying. Because it's real easy as a young person to see somebody a little bit bigger, a little bit better looking, a little bit stronger, a little bit richer, and go, oh, I want to be where they are. But what are they sacrificing to be there? What are they giving up to be there? You don't know that because you're not in their house. You don't know their kids.